Because of time, I want to adore him in 4 languages. I travel to Yoruba land. The Yorubas call him Abiyamo Deoru, the great mother of heaven. Our marity, the unsearchable God. Akbata Yeraye, the rock of ages. Allah Gbagoro, the one with the outstretched hand. Onise Yanu, the miracle worker. Oniduromi, the great advocate. Oludamoro, the advisor. Olubala, the savior. Oluwoso, the healer. Olulano, the waymaker. Obalade Alafia, the prince of peace. Olore of faith, the gracious God. He that is clothed with fire as a garment. He that has the eyeball of light. The God was care for us overflow. The total deliverer. The dependable God. The unshakable backer. The total deliverer. The ancient ruler. He that fight, I can never be guilty. The God that blesses, yet never asks back for reward. What a great God you are. The God who never age. The God who never run out of strength. The God who never run out of strength. The God who never swap his throne. The stressless killer. Aroku Dade, royal warrior. Aroku Masa, the God who never retreat. Akbani Majota, Ajakumati Fiboshe. He that fight without a weapon. Alano, Alabo, the God, the merciful God. The protector, Akbani Majota, Arakbayamu, the mighty and terrible one, Alagbala Itura, the one with the awesome presence, Ajikbojoy Kuda, the God who changes the hour of death from men, Atobajaye, Aladeura. Aladeogo, he that wears the crown of glory, Awimayo, the faithful God, Adawe Biduro, he that brings an end to all evil, Atinileye, the great supporter, Aforolo, Akirishore, Asorekiri. What a great God you are. I travel to Robuna, the Robos call him Ajeriese, Avaroswa, Otogano Kekene, Oganem Lohoje, Otemunuru. Whatever I fall upon, grant to Pada. Okay, not ready Pharaoh Kiribeku. Okay, not you muosi me. He heal without medication. I come to Ebola. The Igbos call him Akbawana Deha Agu. The God that has the factory that produce children, yet he has no end. The silent God. The God that is bigger than all demons. Akbawana Deha Agu. Okaume, Omekanaya, Okemiri, Okosisi Neyentu, Agune Shemba, Oshimiliatata. I travel to Benin. The Benin call him Erenola Hanomatolo. The bush that bonnet, he never consume. Obanomo Megbera Nadihui, he without medication, sees without prescription, ascended without ladder connection. Atalakbani Sonagbe Pharaoh, the lion that killed Pharaoh. Obanomo Megbera Nadihui, he must say, he must say, the most handsome husband in the whole universe. The God that marries the man and marries the woman. The God that hears the son as his on the way. He was God before he became God. The God that make other God is house boy. The ancestor that terrorize ancestor. The masquerade that dresses himself. Masquerade that parades himself. The bad luck to the soul of one man. The crown of the widows. He that brings needle out of mighty ocean. What a great God You are. I go to Chinese. The Chinese call him Wantio Chinche, the God of thrones. Adia Chinche, the God of grace. Lilia Chinche, the God of power. Melin Chinche, the God of beauty. Jaolin Chinche, the God of victory. Chinche Deche, the faithful God. Dalushi Tashia, the Waymaker God. Wanchi War, the King of Kings. Chen Chinchi War, the King of War. Mintia Chinche, God of the underworld. Kunu Chinche, the God of the highway. Yo Chinche, the God of glory. Tintia Chinche, the God of money. Hauya Chinche, the God of ocean. I Chinche, the God of love. Chenli Chinche, the God of truth. Kumuyi Chinche, the God of righteousness. Shombie Deche, the God that pardons. Isolie Deche, the God of Israel. Koko Deche, the reliable God. Buzio Deche, the immortal God. Wanyi Chinche, the God of autumn. Wu Deche, the God without errors, the errorless God. You young, you young, this Chinche, the God without origin. What a great God! You are Linda Tonchichua, the God that rules the rain. Wu Chin the Shon, the silent God. Guan Li, Shang Shun the Shen, the God that is bigger than all.